What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to
The Play Everything Show. So Teddy and I were scrolling through the PlayStation Store and we found that there are actually a lot of games that are really underhyped and don't have a lot of love. And it's not because they're bad games. They just don't get a lot of attention for some reason.
You're absolutely right. So, if you are always playing with the big titles of all the games promoted, there are actually some really fun games deep inside the PlayStation Store that you might want to check out.
Yes, so here are some hidden gems that we think you wish you'd have known about earlier. If you enjoy the kind of art style of Studio Ghibli, then you will really love Ninokuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. And if the music sounds kind of familiar to you, that's because it's composed by Joe Hisaishi, who works very closely with Studio Ghibli. So, the story follows Evan Pettywhisker Tildrum, a blonde boy king who's basically ousted from his throne and now he has to rebuild his kingdom. So the player has direct control in the kingdom's building system. You get to manage the population, upgrade infrastructure, and do a lot of research. Basically resource generating, kind of like Dark Cloud. And your melee attacks are super satisfying. There's a whoosh whoosh whoosh, there's power-ups, and it's kind of hack and slashy, but also not really. And even if it is really beautiful. You've also got really quirky creatures called Higgledies, which basically kind of look like alien mushrooms that can give you special capabilities like making cannons and other special abilities that you can use along your way. So this game is perfect if you want to take a trip down memory lane, the likes of Totoro or Spirited Away.
If you are an old school arcade gamer, you know Dragon's Crown Pro is the game for you. Takes you back to the time where you just finished school and you head on straight to the arcade to play the classic side-scrolling beat-em-ups such as the Warriors of Fate, Double Dragon, and the Knights of Valor. And just like these classic games, Dragon's Crown Pro is remastered for the modern times with gorgeous graphics and an immersive soundtrack. You can choose from different character classes such as the frontline fighters or the backline spellcasters like the sorceress and the wizard. There are advanced looting and leveling mechanics to contend with, so you know you'll be really busy throughout the game. This game allows you to play alone with AI allies, or you can gather your buddies and play in a local 4-man co-op. If you are a classic arcade player, you know this game is for you.
Dead Cells is not just my brain at university, it is also the name of a really addictive action platformer. You get to play a decapitated prisoner fighting your way through endless levels, to the backing of epic music making everything you do extra heroic. Pretty simple controls, jump, roll, attack. Every enemy has a counter, so it's pretty satisfying when you defeat them. Some games have a checkpoint, milestone every so often. Not Dead Cells. It's the what's the time Mr. Wolf of games. Basically, every time you die, you start at the beginning and crawl your way back to the end. Now, some people want to speed run through this, break through the doors to get hidden loot, or you just slow down, take your time, explore. Either way, this is a pretty fun game to spend your afternoons dying, and finally getting through it, and you'll feel so good at the end of it.
Gravity Rush 2 is a gorgeous game with an amazing graphics. So once you dive into the game, you can see the whole environment is just beautifully created. It is also really well written. You can see from all the different side characters. Take a look at them, talk to them, and you can actually see some of their backstories being a bit emotional and tragic. And of course, you play as the main protagonist, Cat, and you have a unique mechanic of being able to control gravity in the game, just like the title of the game. So you can make yourself go faster, make yourself go slower, control how you fly in the game, and explore just the world around you. It is of course a unique mechanic, and if you're looking for something different in your game other than the traditional games out there, give this game a shot.
If you're into quirky, cute games where the way to win is to backstab all your friends, then Frantic is the game for you. You get to play beat up looking animals who look understandably worn down from looking over their shoulders in case someone is coming to backstab them. And a British fox will give you secret missions by calling you on your phone. No controller, no problem. You can play with up to 4 players and use PlayStation's PlayLink technology to use your smartphones instead of a controller. And that's partially why Frantic is one of our favorite couch co-op games.
Going to the movies too expensive for you? And yes, I segue that with absolutely no shame at all. Hidden Agenda might be the game for you. So in this game, you with a group of friends will be playing this game with the PlayLink technology, which is not using the controllers but using your smartphones. You'll be watching a show, and you and a group of friends will be choosing the path of which the show goes. So with a majority voting system, you can choose the fate of certain characters within the game. There is also something special, and that's where the name of the game comes from. Someone will receive a hidden agenda, a secret objective that he has to fulfill without the knowledge of the other players. So that adds a little spice into the excitement of this entire game. So remember, if you're playing this with a friend, it's an awesome experience, and trust nobody. So those were our hidden gems that you wish you knew earlier. And if you never heard of these games, you can check it out. Do a bit of Google search or YouTube search to check out some of their game trailers, because we absolutely love these games. If you have some games or you're looking for new games to play, you can actually go to the PlayStation Store. You can filter the game based on the price as well as the genre. So those are some really cool ways to find out your own hidden gems.
And if we missed any game that you really love and not a lot of people know about it, leave it down in the comments section below so we can check them out.
Okay, till next time, I'm Teddy.
And I'm Rachel. We'll see you next time to Play Everything!